Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about Disney Cruise. So today I'm going to share another tips about the embarkation day in Port of Vancouver. So just in case you're going to Alaska from Vancouver, I bet this video will be very useful for you. And if you're not cruising with Disney Cruise Line as well, this video will be really helpful for you as well. So make sure to stay tuned until the end. And if this is the first time you watch my video, my name is Angie. I make tons of video about motherhood and travel, and I made Disney Cruise Line series. So I posted more than 20 videos already about tips and hacks. So make sure you check them out before your next Disney cruise because it's going to be really useful for you. So without further ado, let's begin. If you haven't checked my other video, make sure you do that. On this video, I share about things that you need to do on the embarkation day. It has a lot of tips and hacks, so it's going to be really useful for you. And I'm going to talk about the detail of the embarkation day in this video, and I'm just going to touch also if you're going there with a Skytrain, because I know a lot of people stay at the hotel near the airport and planning to go to the port with the Skytrain. And if you stay at the hotel near the Skytrain, and whether it's going to be easy accessible or not, so I'm going to touch about that as well. So I'm going to talk about the Skytrain and taxi ride first. So for the embarkation day, you usually have two options or three options. You can go either by Skytrain, you can go with a taxi, or you can go with a rental car. Just to let you know, they don't have Uber in Vancouver, so the taxi is usually pretty limited. But I find that during the embarkation day, I don't think there's a problem to get a taxi, but during the disembarkation day, that's the whole other story. So if you haven't watched my other video, make sure you check them out. On that video, I talk about the disembarkation day process and talk about how hectic it is to get a taxi during the disembarkation day. So if you're curious, make sure you check them out. So number one, to decide whether you're gonna take Skytrain or taxi, it really depends on where you live and where you stayed. Because we live really near to the Skytrain stations, we decided we just want to try that going with the Skytrain. And another reason is because we have two adults and one kid. One kid, he is my son is 2.5. Basically he's free, so he doesn't need to pay anything. For my husband, he has the money pass from his office, so he doesn't need to pay extra for the Skytrain ride going to the port. I just need to pay for my ride, which is cost about $5 to $6. If we're gonna take a taxi, I think we're gonna spend about $40 to $50. So it really depends on how many people that you have. So if you're a tourist, if you have 3 people, I don't think it's really worth it going to the Skytrain. And if you stay far away, like if your hotel is near the airport and if you're going to the Port of Vancouver, I don't think you will save a lot of money. So I think you can take the taxi during the embarkation day. But if you're like 1 adult or 2 adults and and you stayed at the Robson Street area or Granville area and you're planning to take a Skytrain, I'm gonna share the tips and tricks as well, because I'm wondering as well before. Even though I live in Vancouver, I still watch a lot of videos to get a lot of tips before. So another things that you need to consider is whether the weather is nice or not. Even though we're still in September, the weather on that day is really sunny and it's really bright. And the third thing that you need to consider is besides how many people and besides the weather, I think another thing that you need to pay attention is like how many luggages that you have. Because if you have a lot of luggages, I don't think it's really convenient for you to take the Skytrain. But for your comparison, we have 2 adults and 1 toddler, and we have 3 big luggages, and we have 1 full stroller. And for Disney Cruise, the ship will arrive at the port around 8 o'clock in the morning, and our port arrival time is around 12:30 or 1:30, I forgot. But I would suggest you to arrive 3 hours before your arrival time, because we went there about 2 hours and 2.5 hours. Apparently there's a lot of steps that you need to do. For us, it's really convenient because our sailing date is actually on Monday, and when we go to the Skytrain, it's actually not a rush hour, so it's around 10 10:30, around 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning, I would suggest that if I know I would go around like 9 to 9:30 to go earlier, because I just want to arrive earlier, 3 hours earlier instead of 2 hours earlier. So during that time it's not a rush hour, so it's really convenient to take a Skytrain actually. And the station for Port of Vancouver or Canada Place is actually at waterfront stations. And just to let you know, they have 2 exits. They have one exit that is really close to the Canada Place, but that one, it doesn't have an elevator to go there. It only has an escalator. So if you're bringing luggages only, that's fine. But if you're like us, if you bring a full stroller, you cannot go from that side. So after you arrive at the waterfront stations, there are 2 exits, and this one you can go to the Canada Place right away. This one you can go to the Canada Place right away, but there's no elevator or disabled access, so that's why we have to go to this side. And we're gonna go to that. If you don't have stroller or wheelchair, you can just go that way right away, and then it's so much faster. But because we need to go to the elevator, we have to walk a bit. We're gonna go to the right. The other exit is on the other side, and they have an elevator. So if you bring a full stroller, you have to go there, and you have to walk a little bit further. So I would say about 5 more minutes compared to the other exits. It's fine. If the weather is nice, it's good, but sometimes if it is raining or drizzling a little bit, so it's gonna be a little bit challenging for you. And again, if you don't have any full stroller, just go to the other exit, which is much closer to the Canada Place. So we're going to the Canada Place.
And then I'm not giving it.
When you see this corner, like House Street and Cordova, you have to turn right. So the Canada Place is on that side, that building. And if you don't have any wheelchair or stroller, you can go from this exit or entrance that I showed you before, and it's so much closer. But yeah, we can do it. So we have 3 luggages with my husband, and then we have stroller, and we can still take the Skytrain. So this is the exit, and it's so much closer if you go to the Canada Place. But yeah, because we have stroller, we have to take a way around. And most likely on that day, you will see, after you go out from the exit, you will see a lot of people heading to the Canada Place or the Port of Vancouver. So the Canada Place and Pan Pacific Hotel is really connected. After you go inside the Pan Pacific Hotel, you will actually take an elevator to go down. So the elevator is inside the hotel, so just in case you're wondering, so you will go down first to drop off your luggages. So regarding the tips for the embarkation day is 1, to arrive 3 hours early, because we thought we just need to drop off our luggages, and then we just need to wait until our group name is called, and then boom, that's it. And so after we drop off our luggages, after we go down, we go up again and go outside to take the pictures, because the view is just really beautiful there. You can take the picture with the Disney Wonder and the view as well, the Vancouver view. And so we just took much time, and Brandon was running around. We thought we don't need to rush because we still have enough time. We arrived there early. So turn out they have a couple more steps. Number 1, I would suggest that you drop off your luggages. Number 2 is to go up and take pictures after you drop off your luggages, so because you don't want to miss out the pictures there. Number 3 is to do check-in. So it's a different place from your drop off, and it has a lot of people. So I would say like the process is pretty similar like the one at the airport if you're taking airplane. So you need to check in, and there have a lot of counters. The line moves so fast, but there's still a line. So if you're bringing a kids like toddlers or baby, I would suggest to bring some entertainment like snacks and some toys, because Brandon was a little bit fussy, and thanks God we brought a lot of snacks and toys with us. So don't put it on your luggages, but put it on your day bag or your diaper bag. So during the check-in as well, if you want to upgrade your room, you can do that here, and sometimes it's cheaper than the one that has on the website. But we asked if we want to upgrade to the ocean view, which is just a little bit upgrade, and we need to spend like more than 500 US dollar or like 1000 US dollar. It's not even balcony, so I don't think it's really worth it. So we didn't take that, but I saw a lot of people doing some upgrades there as well. Number 4, after that you will do a custom. So if you're Canadian passport or American passport, you will go through the machines, or you will need to go to the counter. Because my husband only has one name, he doesn't have another last name, we always need to go to the counter. We cannot go to the machine. This one, the line is pretty long as well, because the counter doesn't have a lot of people, but they have a lot of like the machines. So if you have the passport, the US or Canadian passport, it will be so much faster for you. Number 5, you thought you're done, so not yet. So you need to go to the security. You need to put your like day bag and day bag through the security. They will check everything, and also make sure you don't have anything on your stroller when you go through the security. So there's 2 elevators you need to take. This one going to the terminal. So we're going to the cruise ships CS ship terminal. We are just out from the elevator. That's my husband. That's the elevator. That's the elevator. And then we're gonna go to that side, embarkations area. So we're just gonna put our luggages first before we're gonna take pictures with the ships. And he's so excited already. This guy, he wants to see the Mickey ships. So, but we have a lot of luggages. We made it. So we're just gonna put the luggage first so we can walk around. So we're just gonna put inside the truck now. So we are done with the luggages. We're just gonna walk around to see the ships, and we're going back to the elevator. Out from the elevator, and we are going out. That's the ships. I have a chill now. Too excited. That's Disney Wonder, Donald Duck.
What are you saying?
Jin Jin, say hi. Hi. Hi, Jin Jin.
Got a problem to fix, can we face it tonight? Face it tonight, oh. No way though. Maybe I can't let go. Maybe I thought you'd take my side, my side. No way though. You never think it through. One more round, I'm not going down tonight. Baby, you're worth the fight.
Your mommy or see Ben? Junjun, smile. Smile. Like that. Now we're going to the security. Baggage travel done, check-in done, security, and then we can go inside. Ooh, we are going inside. And after that, you can just walk into your ship. So we didn't wait until our group name is called anything. It was just like automatically. So it's really fast to go to the ships, and everyone is so friendly. We were so excited. We go up to the ramp, and after that it's really exciting. It's really unique for Disney Cruise. So they will ask your last name, and they will announce it to the whole ship. So when you enter the ship, they will call up your family name, and you can also make up your family name like Mr. or Mrs. Incredible, or like Incredible from the, or like the Incredibles family, or something like that.
Nice to have you here. Have fun.
Thank you.
Have a great cruise.
Thanks. We are going inside. We are going inside. Ntar mau Lowis Family atau apa Om?
Apa?
Ngomongnya mau apa? Dia ntar announce nama kita Lowis Family ya?
Ya udah, nggak usah.
Atau Om Ji atau?
Nggak usah beli.
Lowis aja ya? Ntar dia sebutin nama kita gitu. Ih, seru banget. Lowis. Tuh.
What is it? Rasmussen and Bonshore. Bonshore. Rasmussen and Bonshore? Yeah. Please welcome aboard Rasmussen and Bonshore. Hi guys, welcome aboard. What's your last name?
Louis.
Lois?
Yeah.
If you wonder, please welcome aboard the Lowis family.
Yeah.
Huh? So it's really exciting, and I know for some other cruise line you need to wait at the port for like half an hour or like 1 hour or more than that until your group name is called. I remember when I went with Royal Caribbean, we need to wait for a long time as well, and they're just like so crowded here and there. But again, Disney Wonder is like a smaller ship. It can fit about 2,600 passengers, I believe, around that number, and another like 1,000 crew. But when we went with Royal Caribbean, it was the largest passenger ship at that time, and it can fit about 6,000 passengers and about 2,000 crews, so 8,000 people in total. So it's like 4 times more people. So maybe that's why as well, that's the reason we saw more people. So yeah, I hope these tips is really useful for you. So if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure to check out my other video. Thanks for watching guys. Bye.
What are you saying? Not the time or the place, baby, it's not right.